There was power cut suddenly, and so the class got disturbed. But always stay connected in Telegram. You can check my messages. Once I changed the schedule of the class also from morning to evening. That also had messaged over there. ठीक है? Chalo, we'll continue. Yes, surely. Yes. I'll surely make. Okay, some students are asking, ma'am, how to revise all this one day before exam. I will make a video on that. I've already discussed MTP1 also. In fact, it's not discussed. I have solved it with all the pitfalls and analysis. ठीक है? Abhi padho, I will say how to revise this one day before exam. ठीक है, शुरू करें, अभी continue करें. We were in TDS. Let us revise once all the rates and then continue with the core ones. 194C, 194J, 194IB, 194Q. बस ऐसे सुनते रहना है. जैसे गाने सुन के याद हो जाते हैं ना बार बार, वैसे याद हो जाएगा ये. चलो. Yes. Please come back. We have finished the first page of the TDS and the concept why TDS is to be deducted. 192 TDS is deducted on salary income. 192A. Okay. RPF, recognized provident fund. If there is a premature withdrawal within 5 years, it becomes taxable, and so TDS is deducted at 10%. 192A. 193 is interest on listed securities, debentures and all at the rate of 10%. 194 is dividend above 5,000 for individuals. For all the others, no limit. Dividend pay TDS is deducted at the rate of 10%. Except when this dividend is paid to LIC, GIC and SPV and all, TDS is not deducted. Then 194A was interest on loan. Paid above 5,000, deduct TDS. 10%. Thank you so much that you have rejoined, all of you. Okay, chalo. Now, casual income we have seen, winning from lotteries and all, above 30%. Yes. Above 10,000 rupees, 30% TDS is there. Interest on loan, 5,000 is the limit for interest on loan ke upar 10% TDS. But if that interest on loan is not on interest on loan, sorry, usko chhod ke, bank is paying the interest on FDs and Nirantar deposit and all, then the limit is 40,000 for all the branches of one bank and 50,000 for senior citizen. Until now we have done. Now I'm doing one of the most important, isko 5-star khilao, Kit Kat khilao. Jo important hai na, wahan pe hum karenge. 194C. C is for contract. Central or state government. Okay. Cooperative housing society, board, trust, universities and all that. Single premium payment in pursuance of any contract for consideration of more than 30,000. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? Single payment in pursuance of any contract for consideration of more than 30,000. So you have, acha, all these people, whenever I'm saying TDS is to be deducted, individuals and HUFs will deduct the TDS only if their books of accounts are audited, that is their turnover has exceeded 1 crore, or if they're professionals, if their gross receipt has exceeded 50,000. ये बात clear रहेगी आप सबको? Right. Now, single contract payment exceeded 30,000 or aggregate of all the payment exceeded 1 lakh. And you are making payment to whom? Pay. This column is for pay. जिसको आप pay कर रहे हो. If he is individual and HUF, deduct the TDS at 1%. If I am making contract payment to a partnership firm, to a company, 2%. Followed? Any resident contractor for carrying out the works contract, including supply of labor, it does not cover personal payments. Contract payment should be related to your business. If I am making a house and I am making payment to interior decorator for making my bungalow, it's a personal payment. पर्सनल पेमेंट पे 194C नहीं लगेगा. Nothing much to feel happy. The personal payments are also covered. आगे जाके अभी देखो 194C says contract payment above 30,000 single payment. So if I make 30,000 के 5 payment कितना होगा 1,50,000 और यहाँ पे कितना है 1 lakh. Okay, right. So 1,50,000 के ऊपर होगा और यहाँ पे 1 lakh है तो टीडीएस कटेगा नहीं कटेगा कटेगा. समझ में आ रहा है आपको. रिलेटेड टू दिस आई हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन नोट 3 आल्सो एंड आई वांट टू टेक अप दिस इन वेरी नाइस वे. ये देखो एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है 194C इज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. So all the contract related to work, services related to business are included, but not contract for sale. Yes. Say I'm giving you some specification and if you are making according to my order, okay, that is a different case. But outrightly if you are selling me under a contract of sale भी होता है ना, पढ़ते हैं ना contract act में, that's not covered under 194C. To clarify that, I'll share with you some case studies and something. इसी में ही है लेकिन note 3 में. See, table इसलिए एक साथ दिया है so that you can repeat the sections before the exam. Repeat the sections, okay, right? But other than this, yeah. Note 2 we have finished. I am in note C. What do you mean by works contract? Advertising, broadcasting, telecasting, catering, carriage of goods and passengers, जिसका transport का business है, services है, manufacturing of supplying product according to the specification of customers. You know, like the one who makes shutters as job work according to the requirement of the client. Exemptions from applicability of TDS provisions under 194C. One second, dear students. Some students are again putting message. I hope ये live chat and all clear है. 2 minute बेटा पढ़ो आप works contract का definition. I'll make it clear. All right. So I am sharing with you that what kind of contracts are there on which this is allowed 194C. Works contract, not contract for sale. Okay. So like it's advertising contract, yes. Catering, yes. Carriage, all right. Manufacturing. So I am sharing with you that what kind of contracts are there on which this is. Okay. Applicability of the TDS provisions on the payments by broadcaster or television channels. ये एग्जाम में एक बार क्वेश्चन भी आया है. सी issue under consideration is whether the payment made by broadcaster telecaster to the production houses for production of the content are payments under a work contract, then they are liable for 194C, or for technical services फिर 194G. TDS तो कटेगा, but many times now I'm opening up the debate कि is it 194 CNI or 194 CNJ. You will find 110 cases, but important which are repeated in exam with the trend what I'm observing, I'm discussing it here. They said that CBDT has clarified that while applying the provisions of TDS on a contract and all, a distinction is to be made for a payment for production of the content as per the specification of the broadcaster. So Sony TV or Amazon is saying to a producer that make a web series like this as per our requirement, then it is a works contract. But if the payment for acquisition for broadcasting, telecasting rights are already produced by the production house, okay, like for example, some movie is already produced and then outrightly Amazon is getting the right ki, okay, now this will come only in our OTT platform. समझ में आ रहा है? तो फिर Amazon paying the money to the movie producers and buying that movie. Like, you know, Suryavansham comes every week on the Sony TV. So Sony TV has purchased the rights of the Suryavansham movie. So against it, whatever payment they are making, is it a works contract? No, dear students, it's a contract of sale. But same Sony TV is asking the production team of Indian Idol to make this with our requirement and give it to us and we will telecast. Then it's a works contract. See, my duty is not just to tell you कि ये section है, ये limit है, ये है, रट लो. ये example अगर आएगा तो 4 marks के लिए आएगा. I'll share you. तो आप आराम से पढ़ो and still if you feel कि मैम आप ज्यादा example बता रहे तो ज्यादा confuse हो जा रहे, हो जाओ. कितने देर रहोगे? Confuse होगे वो clear हो जाएगा. See, Moon TV television channel made 50 lakhs too. Are you enjoying? For every important section I'm solving the problem also simultaneously. And then the toughest level we will take is we will solve combined problem where you have to think. Now you know ki answer lies in 194C. But if I give you combined question, you have to decide ki whether it is 194C or I or IB. है ना? चलो साथ में करते हैं. ये ऑलरेडी स्टडी मटेरियल के क्वेश्चंस भी मैंने कवर की हूँ. पास्ट एग्जाम के कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा टीडीएस के लिए. Moon TV, a television channel, made 50 lakhs to production house for production of the programmer for telecasting as per specification given by channel. The copyright of the programmer is also transferred to Moon TV. Okay. Would such payment be liable to TDS? Yes. Because what we have done, we have given them specifications. कि ऐसा 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 हमको बना दो. And then we have purchased. Is this a contract payment? Yes. In above, when content is produced as per the specification provided by the broadcaster, okay, right? Then it is covered under 194C. Examine whether the provision of TDS would be attracted if payment was made by Moon TV for acquisition of telecast writing of a content, kuch story, kuch web series. Already they have produced and outrightly you are buying. It's contract of sale. No contract for work, then it is called as contract for sale. Followed all of you? That simple 194C. और लिमिट याद रहेगी बेटा कितना है इंडिविजुअल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. उससे रिलेटेड भी मैंने एक प्रॉब्लम किया था, वो कैसे मिस आउट हो गया, एक मिनट. ये है ना, एक भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं छोड़ना. These problems I have not given in that total problem sheet 120, but ये separately कर लो. ABC Limited is making payment to a contractor 20,000, no TDS. 25,000, no TDS. 28,000, no TDS. 30,000 gone. The limit exceeded. Karo total. What is yearly limit beta? 1 lakh. What is individual payment limit? 30,000. तो अभी when you decided to make the last payment, है ना, तब कितना हो गया आपका 20,000 plus 25,000 plus 28,000 plus 30,000, 1,03,000. Now is this a contract payment? Yes. TDS कितना करेगा? If you are paying to individual 1%, if you are paying to individual NHF, if you are paying to others, then it is 2%. और अब ये बताओ कि अब TDS कटेगा या नहीं कटेगा? हाँ, या these problems are there in the 120 problem वाली sheet में नहीं है, ये जो TDS की अलग sheet भेजा है Telegram. Have you all seen the sheet in the Telegram? Can you message? Yes. So ABC is making the payment to X. X is individual to TDS katega 1%, 1030. Asked in MCQ also, take your time. Ma'am, 3 payments, no TDS, तो 30,000 का 1% तो 300 रुपए आता है. Once it exceeds on the whole amount, TDS is deducted. Except 194N, वो अलग है, उसको बाद में देखें. By virtue of agreement with the Nationalized Bank, catering and all, a sum of 50,000 per month is given. समझ में आ रहा है? Banks में रोज नाश्ता लेके जा रहे हैं और कोई catering organization है, उनको bank is paying 50,000. Is it covered under 194C? Yes, very well covered, and very well the TDS is going to be deducted. ठीक है, तो इस type के questions हैं जो बहुत अच्छे हैं. चलो next. All right, now 194D commission. कमीशन हम तीनों एक साथ करेंगे और एक साथ लिखेंगे और उनको कुछ अलग टिक मार्क कर दो, वो तो हम स्टार बना रहे हैं ना. 194D is insurance commission. Do you know, dear students, insurance का तो पूरा business agent पे ही चलता है. तो agents get commission from the insurance company above 15,000. TDS is deducted at 5%. 194H, commission or brokerage 15,000 per annum. Stamp except the stamp vendors. General commission. कितने से ऊपर पेमेंट कमीशन किए तो 15,000 और TDS कितना कटेगा 5%. अब ये है 194G, कमीशन रेम्यूनरेशन और अ प्राइस एक्सीडिंग 15,000 कितना है 5%. कौन सा है? Any person stocking, purchasing or selling lottery tickets. So if you are paying commission as an insurance company to agent above 15,000, 5%. मैं कैसे learn करा रही हूँ याद है आपको? 194G and H. Commission which is paid by the agent who is selling the lottery tickets and all 5%. Other than this, any commission 5%. Clear to all of you? Right. Let us write this in the list what we have made. इसके बाद हम लिखेंगे 194C, contract payment. Contract payment above 30,000 each, above 1 lakh yearly. I'm literally giving you the mind mapping, and trust me, these booster notes are going to help you score marks provided you are writing. So contract payment above 30,000 each, above 1 lakh yearly. TDS क्या रेट से कटेगा? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पेमेंट में हाँ पे, जिसको पे कर रहे हो, अगर वो इंडिविजुअल और HUF है तो 1%, अदर्स के लिए 2%. खत्म. वर्क्स कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, works contract 194C applicable. Sale contract, you are selling to anyone else, 194C not applicable. Isn't it beautiful and clear to all of you? चलिए 194C भी क्लियर है. अब 194 पूरे कमीशंस एक साथ लिख लेंगे. पूरे कमीशंस हम एक साथ लिख लेंगे. तो 194D. 194D. Any person giving commission, insurance commission greater than 15,000. TDS कितना कटेगा? 5%. 194D हो गया. इंश्योरेंस कमीशन ग्रेटर देन 5%. 194H. सॉरी, फर्स्ट G. EFGH. 194D. 194G. लॉटरी के जो एजेंट्स होते हैं ना, in Maharashtra and all it is there. Here तो in Telangana we don't have lottery in Hyderabad. पर कितना TDS है? 15,000 and then 5%. Are you able to write with me? Yeah. And 194H is any other commission. You know, commission related to kitchen appliances, commission related to hotel bookings, कोई भी commission. You know, there are some hotels which are run by, what do you call it, OYT, ऐसे लिखा रहता है ना कुछ, तो वो लोग सब commission basis पे काम करते हैं. तो कोई भी commission above 15,000, 5%. How is this grouping? ये एक group है, ये एक group है, और ये तो 194C तो अपने आप में दुनिया है. You know, I'm remembering one more case asked long back, but still you can also remember it. Matlab, dekho suno. When the gas is supplied, so actually, is it a contract of sale or works contract? Service hai ya sale? Gas cylinder comes and take back. Are you buying the gas cylinder? No, you're just buying the gas. So, wo jo gas company se jo middleman ko aate hain and dete hain. So they said all this is contract, works contract. Actually, it's not works contract. Though we are getting the gas in cylinders, but then it's outrightly sale of a product. So this is a contract of sale, और इस पे आपको ये नहीं लगेगा, TDS नहीं लगेगा. You know, whenever there is sale and other item, अभी आगे rent भी आएगा, TDS is never deducted on the GST part. हाँ, GST part पे TDS deduct नहीं होता. चलें आगे. Right. So there will be cases like this. I'll be saying you again and again. Oh, 194DA. Super. Let us revise with this 80, 80C. LIC. Insurance company, non-exempted payments above 1 lakh to any resident, 5%. Super. Ma'am, but insurance payments are exempt. अब इसके लिए ना मुझे आपको बहुत अच्छा नोट लिखाना है, and I will take you to capital gain chapter, to other source, to deductions and then to TDS. Are you all enjoying? थोड़ा सा मैं अलग वे में पढ़ा रही हूँ, but this is, I call it as linking of the topics. And in fact, over the period when students are learning costing with me also, I help them link up accounts, costing, tax like this. समझ में आ रहा है? बोनस के जर्नल एंट्री पढ़ रहे हो, कैपिटल गेन में बोनस का ट्रीटमेंट पढ़ रहे हो, लॉ में बोनस पढ़ रहे हो, एग्जाम तो चारों देना है ना. ऐसे करने से बहुत इंटरेस्ट भी आता है और आपको एग्जाम के लिए भी इजी होगा. अभी क्लियर हो जाएगा. व्हाट आई एम मेकिंग यू राइट, यू ऑल राइट डाउन. 194DA. ओके. इंश्योरेंस कंपनी मेकिंग पेमेंट above rupees 1 lakh, छोटा मोटा पेमेंट के लिए no TDS. तो they will deduct the TDS at the rate of 5%. But कब deduct करेंगे? हाँ, yeah. Don't worry about what others are thinking. If you are following and if you can comment below all clear, that motivates me also कि सही में आपको समझ में आ रहा है. 1 second. Yeah. So insurance company is making payment above 1 lakh, TDS is deducted. Now here the question mark is, dear students, is the insurance company giving you sum assured on the maturity of the policy? Is it taxable or not? So first, okay, I want all of you to write like this. Normally, insurance company से जो sum assured received on maturity, it's exempt. Insurance company, whatever they are giving you the sum assured on maturity, it's exempt. It's not taxable. Then no TDS. If policy taken before 1/4/2012, then premium exceeded 20% of sum assured. Ma'am, this you taught us in ATC. ATC के लिए भी important है, कोई बात नहीं, ATC पढ़ा है तो रिविजन है, नहीं पढ़ा है तो इसके बाद पढ़ लेना जाके. ATC, if the policy is taken before 1st April 2012 and premium is more than 20%, एक ही साल में सम अश्योर्ड के 20% से ज्यादा प्रीमियम पे कर रहे हो, तो फिर क्या होगा, आपका जो भी मैच्योरिटी है उस पे अमाउंट टैक्सेबल हो जाएगा. If the policy is taken after 1st April 2012 and the yearly premium, annual premium exceeds 10% of the sum assured, आपका जो annual premium है it exceeds 10%, 10% तक प्रीमियम दिए तो it is exempt, 10% है, okay. So when it exceeds the limit, it will become taxable. I want all of you to write here in the heading. Are you enjoying writing or not? And I'm not dragging. This is very important weightage wise in the exam to get 4 out. I'll share abhi 3 marks का question आया इसके. Following are taxable. क्यों taxable है? Suppose if the policy is taken after 1st April 2012 for handicapped, then premium greater than 15% of the sum assured. हैंडीकैप के लिए अगर आपने पॉलिसी ली है और आपका जो प्रीमियम है वो ग्रेटर देन 15% है. I'm just seeing the date, one second. This is 1st April 2013. Please change it. 1st April 2013. The policy is taken for handicapped and the premium is above 15%. Then on maturity, sum assured is taxable under income from other sources and TDS deducted. This is the best way I can explain you, so I'm doing. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? TDS कटेगा कब? जब सम अश्योर्ड टैक्सेबल है. अगर सम अश्योर्ड 1 लाख से कम है, नो TDS. सम अश्योर्ड 1 लाख से ज्यादा है but 10% से कम प्रीमियम पे किया हुआ है, नो प्रॉब्लम. इफ यू हैव पेड द प्रीमियम अबव 10% तो फिर TDS कटेगा. अब हियर if yearly premium single or for all policy, yearly premium single or for all policy exceeds 2,50,000, this limit next year, मतलब फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23-24 के लिए ये लिमिट 5 लाख हो जाएगा. आपके एग्जाम के लिए अभी 2,50,000. If yearly premium of single policy, forget about 10 and 15%, 2.5 लाख से ऊपर आपने एक ही पॉलिसी का प्रीमियम पे कर दिया, or you have taken 5-6 policies but together premium is 2,80,000, then on maturity, sum assured taxable under capital gain. बिल्कुल कैपिटल गेन में आपको टैक्सेबल. I know I'm going little slow, but trust me, we'll do quality good problems and it will be super clear. Have you studied it like this? Tell me. अगर नहीं तो I'm not boosting myself. I want to take your mindset in a different way. तब वो genuine वाला confidence आता है. दीप्ति मैम से पढ़ लो, पास होते हैं, एग्जामिशन आता है, सब लोग पढ़ते हैं, इतना सुना आपने, उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. नो बेटा, इट इज लाइक दिस. Once again, finished writing, then message me. I want you to write with me. Once again, I'm revising. On maturity, if insurance sum assured received less than 1 lakh, no problem. Above 1 lakh, TDS is deducted under 194A at the rate of 5%, because on maturity, it is taxable under income from other sources. When the premium exceeds 10% of sum assured, if the policy is taken after 2012, before 2012, 20%, and after 2013, it's 15%. On maturity, the sum assured is taxable under income from other sources and TDS is deducted under 194DA. And if the premium paid on single policy, okay, it exceeds 2,50,000 and put together for all the policies also, if it exceeds 2,50,000, then on maturity, the capital gain, under capital gain, this is taxable as asset. अब वो कैसे टैक्स होगा वो आपके सिलेबस में नहीं है, बस जितना पढ़ाया अभी वो पढ़ लो. Ma'am, so much of explanation for this small section. Answer is yes. 194 DA, insurance company. Okay, above 1 lakh. Now related to this also, very nice problem is there. I want to do it. ठीक है चलो, अभी करेंगे ना. अच्छा प्रॉब्लम है. लेट मी सी. हमारा क्वेश्चन बैंक है ये. 120 क्वेश्चंस मैंने प्रिंट किए, बट फ्रैंकली आई हैव सॉल्व्ड मोर देन 150. Yeah, problem number 95 I am doing in our sheet. Yes, I have sent you all the questions till 120. So make sure you take a printout, because after this we are also going to do total income problems. Examine the applicability of the provisions of the TDS. X, a resident, is due to receive 4,50,000 towards the maturity proceeds of LIC taken on 1st April for sum assured 4 lakh. Annual premium is 125. Super. If your sum assured is 4 lakh, you should not pay more than 40,000 premium. You have paid annual premium 1,25,000. तो फिर TDS कटेगा? Yes. TDS is deducted at the rate of 5% on not sum assured, whatever you receive on the maturity. 4,50,000 मिला है, तो उस पे TDS कटेगा. चलो. A resident is due to receive 3,25,000 on LIC March 15. For sum assured is 3 lakh and annual premium is 35,000. Yes, TDS will be deducted at the rate of 5% under 194D capital A. 194D capital A. ये लर्न करने के लिए तो आपको कल का क्लास भी अटेंड करना पड़ेगा. अभी तो समझ लो, अप्लाई कर लो. Because if your sum assured is 3 lakh, you should have not paid more than 30,000 annual premium. You paid 35. Now on maturity, because this taxable in other source, TDS deduct hoga. Z, a resident is due to receive 95,000 on 1st October towards maturity proceeds of the LIC taken on 1st October 2016, for which sum assured is 90,000. And annual sum assured to 90,000 है, but you have paid premium 15,000, जबकि 9,000 से ज़्यादा नहीं देना था. So on maturity, is it taxable or not? Tell me. No break ना, already power गया तो break हो ही गया. ये इसका आंसर बोलो. Yes, tell me the answer. I will take some combined questions also now. No TDS. Why? Because finally, what is the amount received? 95,000. It's less than 1 lakh. So no TDS. No TDS. Write down the answer. No TDS. First two cases. Ma'am, but premium is exceeding 10% of sum assured. Agreed. But maturity pe 194DA says that amount received should exceed 1 lakh rupees. Chota mota amount, no TDS. How is this question clear? Chalo. 194DA, bye-bye. See you tomorrow. We are going to the next section. Now, few sections are like every exam they are asked. Do we know we have lot of hosting right now for Olympics, and we have lot of participation in the players from outside India in IPL. So this section ko again star mark karo, ye exam mein aata hai 194E. Final students to have topic only non-resident, but final inter all will get this. Any person payment for participation in any game in India. Who is he? Non-resident sportsman or sports association. Non-resident इंडिया से बाहर से आ रहे हैं, इंडिया में गेम खेल रहे हैं, or they are taking part in advertisement. That hulala ad, we had so many foreign players and we made them payment. Have they generated income in India? Yes. Go to your residential status. Non-resident coming to India, earning in India, should he pay tax? Yes. Articles in journal. Can they be special editor in Times of India and all? Yes. So the amount paid to non-resident sports association or income received or receivable by non-resident entertainer. Okay. So, you know what is non-resident entertainer? For example, if you're fond of music, there's a singer called Vidya Vox. She's from USA, but she comes to India. She's a non-resident entertainer. She comes to India and perform. Justin Bieber, he comes to India and perform. Should we deduct the TDS? Answer is yes. How much? 20.8%. Ma'am, nowhere we are taking ESES. Everywhere the rate is 10%, 5%. Why here ESES? यहाँ पे ESES क्यों है? क्योंकि ये foreign players है. तो foreign players के लिए 20% TDS rate है, but rate of TDS, tax of TDS 20% पे 4%, 0.8% ESES भी हम लेंगे. ठीक है? Right. So have you marked it important until now? What section we have marked important? 194C, contract, and 194E. So foreign players, foreign entertainers coming to India, earning through games, advertisement, articles, journals. See, sometimes these players get their full payment, and then in question it is given that the players have hosted it for a charitable cause and this debt. But have they taken the payment or not? If they have taken the payment, then TDS is going to be deducted. And because he is an NRI, the TDS will be deducted along with ESES. Now, 194EE, payment under National Savings Scheme. Okay, National Savings Scheme is a scheme wherein you invest after 6 years, amount is doubled and all. So 2,500 से ज़्यादा payment आता है तो 10% TDS कटता है. ठीक है. 194F, any person to any resident on account of repurchase of units of UTI. You know, can the unit UTI company, can they buy, you know how we do buyback of shares? Like that, the UTI company, can they purchase their own units from market and cancel? Yes. So TDS will be deducted. क्योंकि बायर के लिए तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? सेलर, सॉरी, बायर तो यूटीआई कंपनी है. I'll explain this. See, Mr. A has purchased units of UTI company. Now, instead of selling it in the market, he is selling the shares, units of UTI back to the mutual fund company. Okay. So, is this an income for Mr. A? So, UTI company should deduct the TDS at the rate of 20%. UTI company is telling to the unit holder, listen, unit holder, you sell it to third person. तुमको income पे tax तो लगता है ना, capital gain. So you sell it to me. Okay, right. Commission we have already done, so I'm skipping. 15,000 के ऊपर commission pay किए तो 5%. This comes in exam and lot of discussion for this. 194I. Any person paying rent to any resident exceeding 2,40,000. 2,40,000 is yearly limit per person. If I am paying rent to someone for this recording room, 1,80,000. Should TDS be applicable? No. If you are paying the rent to us, but we three are co-owners, then for each co-owner, the limit will be 2,50,000. I hope you all know co-ownership concept in house property. So if the rent exceeds 2,40,000 yearly, then TDS is to be deducted. But ये कौन सा वाला रेंट है देखो आप, ये रेंट है कौन सा? Yeah. In case individual and HUF whose books of accounts are audited, in all the other cases, no problem. Plant and machinery. Machinery का implement हुआ है, but plant and machinery. Plant and machinery equipment 2% if you're giving it out on rent. Land, building, furniture, fittings पे 10%. ये याद रखना होगा. I have given my plant and machinery on rent and they are giving me rent, say 2% on, and the annual rent is exceeding 2,40,000. So मुझे TDS deduct करके payment आएगा. And if the land, building and all is given, okay, furniture, fittings and all, then the rate of TDS is 10%. Clear? Right. In case of co-owner, TDS is applicable only when the rent received by each co-owner exceeds 2,40,000. Isn't it? Iska B, the recent MTP. Okay, they have given the question based on this. That the company is paying rent for plant and machinery 6 lakhs to 3 co-owners. तो each co-owner को company कितना rent दे रही है? 2 lakh. Will TDS 194I on the rent be applicable? Answer is no, it will not be applicable. Right. And you know, TDS is on the income. How much rent I'm paying to you, on that TDS is to be deducted. If along with rent, sometimes, you know, on rental income, GST is also applicable. If I'm paying you rent and if I'm paying you GST, तो GST पे भी TDS कटेगा क्या? Answer is no. If the rent paid is 5 lakh, GST paid is 50,000, total I'm paying you 550, TDS will be deducted only on rent. On GST, TDS is not deducted. Okay? So that's all for 194I. I thought of not taking a break because in between the current also went off, but then it is required 2 to 3 minutes. बहुत हम तो वहीं बैठे थे ना, करंट की राह देख रहे थे, तो ठीक है चलो. So take a break and I think we'll pause it here rather than me going on teaching the sections. Is it too much for all of you? Is it heavy dose or you're enjoying these examples? Huh? तो एक 194J थोड़ा सा करके वहां तक पहुंच के I will pause. 194J तक I'll pause and I'll apply and do some problems. Some more sections of TDS we will do tomorrow. TCS also and more problems. ठीक है? See the list of the problems. Just exactly your check your watches. 3 minutes. We are all going to be back. See you. All right. Are you all also back? How much can we recollect orally right now? 190 for C contract. Single payment above 30,000 or put together. Even if you make 20,000, 6 payments. It's like 1,20,000. It has exceeded 1 lakh for the year. TDS will be deducted. If the pay is individual and HUF 1%. Otherwise, how much? 2%. Okay? Right. And rent. In case of plant and machinery, the TDS is deducted at 2%. Okay? And in all the other cases, it is deducted at 10%. Okay? Right. So many students are like watching immediately after the recording is uploaded. Within a day, it is crossing more than 125, 130, 300, some videos 400 views. But then why is it not attended live? I don't know. Right now I'm a teacher, I'm not a student. So if you can help me out and message me, you all are connected with me in Telegram, it would be a great help. Pata nahi, mujhe nahi pata. Chalo. So 194I we did last. Rentals. Okay. And when you deduct the TDS on rent, just deduct it on rent, not on the GST part. Plant and machinery and all, it is 2%. Land, building, furniture, fittings and all, it is 10%. You know, now when we are talking about rent, I want you all to take one example. For example, a supermarket is there who has taken a cold storage nearby, and they are paying them fixed sum to store their fruits. Now the company, the supermarket is a private company, unki chains of supermarket hai, they are paying to this cold storage a fixed payment, so that whenever they want, they can come and store their fruits or take it back. Done. Is this covered under 194C contract payment, or is this covered under 194I rent? Are they paying rent of the cold storage? Answer is no. This is covered under 194C. ये contract है. Okay? कि हम आपको इतना amount pay करेंगे for keeping our fruits and vegetables in your cold storage. So this is not 194I rent agreement नहीं है कोई, और ओनर टेनेंट रिलेशनशिप नहीं है, और कोई ऐसे फिक्स नहीं है, तो जैसे यूज करते हैं पे करते हैं. ऐसे ही we know that all the airlines, they pay money to the airport authority. Yes or no? For how many hours their plane is going to. That's why we have connecting flights. Like Jaipur se hum Hyderabad hai, Hyderabad se yahi flight Baroda gaya, Baroda se again. It's the way it is made like that, because the more hours of layover, they need to pay charges to the airport authority, because they are using the airport for parking their flight. Who is giving this? Airline company. Okay, Indigo is giving money to the airport authorities because their flights are there. So these kind of the payment made, are they covered in 194 CNI? Answer is no. Okay, तो ऐसे काफी सारे केसेस हैं आपके बुक में. दिस इज नॉट कवर्ड अंडर 194I. कोई वो लोग रेंट पे नहीं कर रहे हैं. हाँ, बट अगर कुछ ऐसे स्पेसिफिक अग्रीमेंट है कि पूरे साल का हम ये देंगे, तो दे कैन बी कवर्ड इन 194C. Okay, just making you little broader way, dear students, don't get more confused. Simple examples हैं. अब आप लोग बोलोगे मैम शॉर्टकट ही कराओ कि बस कैसे करके फटाफट ही करा दो, रटाई दो और लर्न ही हो जाए. तो they are not going to ask you fill in the blanks. They are going to ask you the cases what I have been discussing now. चलो. When I am taking rent 194I, I want to take 194IB. ये भी बहुत आता है एग्जाम में. Even 194I, इसको भी 5 स्टार. अभी तक हमने कौन से सेक्शंस इंपॉर्टेंट मार्क किए हैं? 194C, 194E, पेमेंट टू फॉरेन player with cess. Then we have marked important 194I for the rent, and now 194IB. An individual and HUF other than, see, individual and HUF, the TDS provisions are applicable if their books of accounts are audited. But other than the audit, if individual and HUF is paying rent above 50,000 per month, is it a huge amount? 12 paisa 60. See, not this side of the Hyderabad where we are staying, but if you see the other side, high-tech city and all, there in the corporate world, there the rentals in some areas of the city are 75,000, 1 lakh for 2-bedroom hall kitchen, along with amenities, swimming pool, ye wo. Hai na? The rentals are also high. And the one, if I am making payment for a flat in high-tech city, I am an individual. My books of accounts are not audited, but I am paying 75,000 rent. Now 75,000 multiplied by 12. I am generating 9 lakh income for the owner. Should I deduct TDS or not? Answer is yes. TDS बिल्कुल deduct हो. समझ में आ रहा है? Individuals and HUFs other than whose books of accounts are audited, if they are paying rent 50,000 per month से ज़्यादा to a resident, TDS is deducted at the rate of 5%. TAN not required. Now, what is TAN? Full form of TAN is TAN deduction account number. TAN deduction account number. So TAN number is required by the deductor, and PAN permanent account number is required by deductor also deductee. Because मैं जब आपका TDS काट के गवर्नमेंट को दूंगी, I'll say okay, government put it in Vihan's account, put it in Shubham's account. समझ में आ रहा है? जिसका TDS काटूंगी in their account. So for deductee we need PAN. For deductor, we need PAN and TAN. But this kind of payment is one. I am a small housewife और मैं तो बस सिर्फ 75,000 rent pay कर रही हूँ. मेरे को कुछ ज्यादा और कोई, I'm not deducting TDS of all the other people because my books of accounts are not audited, but I'm caught up in 194 IB. So only for this, shall I take TAN? Answer is no. See, it's beautiful. They are making the procedural part easy. One time TDS काटने वालों के लिए TAN जरूरी नहीं है. Okay? Right. But the rent should exceed 50,000 per month. Let us see what is there in note 6, and I think there I have given some nice questions also. Note 6. Deduction of TDS in certain individuals and HUS who's not liable to tax audit. They are responsible if they pay rent above 50,000 per month or part of the month. TDS is to be deducted at 5%. Tax is to be deducted at the time of credit of the rent for the last month, or this is important, or the last month if the person is vacating the property. Matlab TDS is not to be deducted on rental payments every month. It is deducted only once in the month of March at the rate of 5%. When you are paying last month rent, or suppose you are vacating instead of March in December to December. Okay? Deductor ke liye not required to obtain TAN, where tax is required to be deducted as per the provisions of 206A. If the PAN not submitted, such deduction shall not exceed the amount of. So tax is to be deducted as per the provisions of 206A if PAN not submitted. 206A क्या है कि higher rate पे. See, I am deducting TDS for various. ये थोड़ा सा procedural part बीच में आ गया, तो अब इसको explain कर देते हैं. I am deducting TDS of various peoples. Somewhere 1%, 2%, 5%, 10%. But you all should give me PAN. If you are not giving PAN, I am into trouble. किसको कहाँ drop करूँ? Your tax, how do I drop in your account? Because Dipti Chheda, so many Dipti Chhedas are there, right or no? So, if PAN is not submitted, then TDS is to be deducted at higher rate. What is higher rate? You all want to know? 20%. Dekho, okay, I'll just say like this and you try to understand it. Okay, listen, dear student Sushma. Your TDS have to deduct 2% and pay to government, but you give me PAN. If you don't give me PAN, I'll deduct 20%. No ma'am, उतना तो मेरा टैक्स ही नहीं होता. Higher rate of TDS काट दिए तो Sushma has to file the return and get the refund and all. So she will definitely rush and give the PAN. This is a procedural way they have tried to tap a problem. कि I am being very honest. I am the deductor. I am doing business. मुझे मालूम है if I pay commission above 50,000 TDS काटना है, 5% से ऊपर TDS काटना है. Interest I am paying anyone above 10,000, मुझे तो TDS काटना है. But the other person should give me the PAN number, no? Otherwise, where I should drop this TDS deducted? And if I don't deduct TDS, or if I deduct the TDS and keep to me, it's a crime. It's a crime means my expenditure will not be allowed. Yaad hai business head? You are generating income and you forgot to deduct TDS in India. 30% expenditure disallowed. If I make payment outside India and I miss deducting TDS, 100%. थोड़ा पेशेंस रखो. दीप्ति मैम के साथ पढ़ना है तो थोड़ा हम अलग वे में पढ़ रहे हैं, बट बहुत सारी चीजें लिंक कर रहे हैं. हम ऑलमोस्ट एंड में आ गए ना. I don't mind instead of taking 2 classes, 3 classes for TDS. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Anyhow, I have to do computation of income problem after this. And you all should also be ready for that, beta. ठीक है, चलो. So, where the tax is required to be deducted at the provisions of 206A, if the PAN not submitted, such deduction shall not exceed the rent payable for the last month. Okay, whatever TDS you deduct, it should not exceed the rent what you are paying for the last month. Rent means payment made for use of any land or building or both. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है? Rent not of plant and machinery and equipments and all. No, my books of accounts are not audited, but I am staying in a residential house and I am paying rent of the land and building or both above 50,000. Okay, chalo, this is a very nice question. I think I took more than 5 to 6 questions related to that concept, and then we can pause and take some combined questions now. Yeah, Ram is a salaried individual and he's paying 55,000 rent. ठीक है, 50,000 से ऊपर हो गया. Is he required to deduct TDS? Okay, answer is yes. Under 194 IB, 55,000 per month rent है. वो भी कब से? From June. तो अप्रैल में छोड़ दो 10 months का रेंट, और इस पे TDS का रेट कितना है? 5%. 194 IB, 5%. Would your answer change if Ram vacated the premises on December 22? Okay, yes, it will change. Then it will be 55,000 into June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 7 महीने का रेंट into 5%. Would your answer be different if Ram does not provide his PAN? Rahim, huh? So the deductee is not providing the PAN. What happened? Yeah, deductee is not providing the PAN. Then TDS will be deducted 55,000 into 10 into 20%. How's the question? And that's coming to how much? Karo. 55,000 into 10 into 20%. 1,10,000, but TDS deducted. One second. But TDS cannot exceed the last month rent 55,000. So 55,000 katega. You want me to repeat this example? See why I am taking these examples, because this is what is asked in exam. Capital gain we have studied for 4 days. तो अगर TDS का weightage 8 marks है, सिर्फ sections और limits रटा के क्या फायदा अगर उसका application ही ना पता चले बेटा. तो पक्का comment below the video all clear and is this way of teaching helpful. That will give me a feedback so that we can do it in the similar way tomorrow also. What would be your answer if Ram does not provide his PAN? I mean, say Rahim. Okay. So then 55,000 into 10 into 20% TDS काटना चाहिए. But TDS should not exceed the March month rent. ये है देखो. It should not exceed the rent payable for the last month. मार्च का रेंट कितना है? मे बी रेंट कभी कभी इंक्रीज भी होता है ना, तो इंक्रीज होके कितना है? 55,000. चलिए आगे. $194J कल करेंगे. I is clear? Yeah. I'm doing some very small ones now which are very important. और जो बड़े हैं स्मॉल मतलब ऐसा नहीं है, छोटे छोटे कर लेंगे. जे को टाइम लगेगा तो कल करेंगे. ओके राइट. 194 IA also I'll do tomorrow. Right now. 194K. Income of units of mutual fund. If you are selling your unit of mutual fund in the market and income of units of mutual fund other than in the nature of capital gain. So buying and selling, trading कर रहे हो और वो exceed हो रहा है 5,000 से ऊपर तो 10% TDS कटेगा. ठीक है. 194 LA. Compulsory acquisition of immovable property other than agricultural land. Government is compulsory acquiring your land, and if the compensation they pay you is exceeding 2,50,000, then TDS deducted is 10%. These three are for non-residents. Any person who is paying infrastructure debt fund pay non-resident or foreign company ko payment 5%. Indian company paying interest on foreign currency 5%. Indian company FIIs, foreign institutional investors, you know, they all like do it in group, or qualified foreign investors. So 5% TDS. If you remember, fine. If you want to skip also, no problem. I know I've skipped few, but I'll take all that. ठीक है चलो. अब ये वाले सब कल करेंगे. Please come to the problems. Some of the problems we can definitely do with these half sections also. जैसे ये वाला करते हैं. This is also a past exam question for 8 marks. So now what do you need to code? बेटा इसमें क्या क्या लिखना है आपको? You know, you have to remember the sections, if possible, the limit beyond which and the rate. So winning by jackpot in horse races, 1 lakh, 194 BB, B for lottery. Bumper prize मिलता है ना, bumper B, ऐसे याद रखना है. Bumper prize, C for contract, so 194 C for contract. Bumper prize तो B. तो 194 B में हॉर्स रेसेस पेमेंट अबव 10,000 है, तो 1 लाख पे कितना TDS कटेगा? 30%. 30,000. Are you all having this sheet with you? In Telegram, I have given this. Just take it, print out of this. Payment made by a firm to subcontractor, 3 lakh with outstanding balance. Yeah, even if the balance is due, TDS is deducted. I have taken loan from Mr. X and I'm not paying interest in cash or bank, but I'm just doing interest to interest payable. कभी कभी हम क्या करते हैं? Expenditure due करते हैं, तो TDS is deducted on due basis or receipt basis, whichever is earlier. So if payment made by firm to subcontractor 3 lakh, okay, so 194 C में TDS कटेगा. 3 लाख तो पे कर दिए और 20,000 आउटस्टैंडिंग है. 4,20,000 पे TDS कटेगा and you are paying to a subcontractor, might be an individual to 1%. If the pay is other than individual HF to 2%. Rent paid for plant and machinery is 150 by partnership firm. Where turnover is 20 lakhs and losses 18,000. Okay. So rent is paid 1,50,000 by a partnership firm. Is it less than 2,40,000? 194I का limit कितना है? Rent paid of plant and machinery, furniture and all should exceed 2,50,000. तो ये तो नहीं exceed हो रहा है, तो no TDS. Are you enjoying? 5 minutes more, I'll take some good questions so that we can then do more in-depth things tomorrow. आपको ये समझ में आ रहा है कौन सा क्वेश्चन है ये? 94. हाँ, चलो. Payment by Ricky Ponting, an Australian cricketer, for a newspaper for articles contributed 25,000. Okay. So 25,000 आप पेमेंट कर रहे हो तो ये कवर होगा आपका 194E में. Okay. और लिमिट किसका कितना है इसका 194E में 20.4%, बिकॉज ही इज अ फॉरेन प्लेयर. TDS के साथ आपका वो भी लगेगा. ठीक है. 194E एक बार देख लो. Excuse me. 194E, yeah, I already started, ma. No limit. NRI, whatever income they are getting, 25,000 पे 20.8%. कितना आता है? 20.8 क्यों? ये क्लियर है ना सबको? 5,200. ठीक है. Right. $95 मैंने ऑलरेडी किया वो घर के लिए LIC वाला. या 96. Examine the TDS implications for all this. ठीक है. ये पूरा इंटरेस्ट पे है 10%. मुरलान सन्स LAP withdrew from. अच्छा, ये विड्रॉल वाला हमने 194N है, हमने नहीं किया तो ये हम कल करेंगे. I'm just seeing what best we can do because we already start late today. I think tomorrow we might go a little extra time. Yeah, this one I want to do now. और ये 2 बार आ चुका है, and even I printed it twice so that you know how the things are going to be asked again and again. Please tick mark. We are solving the questions in between, but they are very easy. Mr. Mahesh, state briefly applicability of TDS, the rate and all. Mr. Mahesh has paid 6 lakhs on 15th October to cold storage for preservation of fruits and vegetables. He is engaged in wholesale business of fruit. His turnover is 3 crores. So कौन सा पेमेंट लगेगा आपको यहाँ पे? हाँ, 194C. मैंने बोला था ना, cold storage doesn't come in rent, it comes in this. So 194C, 6 lakhs का 2%. अच्छा, why is it 2%, dear students? हाँ, 6 lakhs का 2%. 12,000. Why 2%? Because pay. Mahesh is paying to not individual HF, but it's a private limited. So Ramu is a salaried individual. He is paying rent 60,000 to Shiv Kumar. 194 IB. If you pay rent to someone for land, building or both above 50,000 from 1st July. Okay. So 60,000 from July to March. 9 months. 194B. The TDS is coming to how much? 5%. Normally. अभी फिर मैं ऑप्शन 2 भी करूंगी इसमें जो दिया है. 60,000 into 9 months और उसका 5%. 27,000. Suppose if Shiv Kumar has not furnished the PAN नहीं दिए ना तो हम 20% डिडक्ट कर लेंगे. 60,000 into 9 or 20%. कितना आ रहा है? 60,000 into 9 months into 20%. It's coming to 1,08,000. But here the TDS, because it's a default, up 20% लगाओ, TDS 5% की जगह, because the deductee is not giving you the PAN. शिव कुमार, जिसको हम रेंट पे कर रहे हैं, वो PAN ही नहीं दे रहे हैं अपना. But this should not exceed 60,000 last month's rent. See, like this, all these are the questions we are going to solve tomorrow. Done? So that's all for today. Take this knowledge thoroughly. Most important sections I will do tomorrow, that is 194N, 194O, P and related questions. And then last we will do the TCS if time permits. Otherwise, we'll do Saturday TCS and then computation of income. Right? So thank you so much. As we close the class, we are every day closing it with a lot of high energy, positivity and prayer. If you have learned that prayer, that affirmation it is called, then just repeat it with me and definitely you will go headstrong, confident in your exam and outperform. I love myself. You have to accept yourself, right or not? So I love myself. I accept myself. I take 100% responsibility for all my actions, behaviors, decisions and all. I am responsible, not anyone else. Because one day I told you, as pearls of wisdom, we always have a choice. Whatever Dipti ma'am is teaching, I'm able to remember and recollect in exam. Whatever I'm learning it at a very faster page. Whatever I'm learning, that only is coming in exam. And I have done a very well exam. My result is too good. And now I'm having that degree. अपने नाम के आगे CA CMA लगा के लिखा है या नहीं? Act, feel, behave as if you have it. See, right now, sometimes if we become timid in our thoughts and actions, if I was a director in a company, if I was this, will I behave like this? Will I wear like this? Will I shout like this? Will I show my emotions like this? Whatever it is. It's not that you have to become emotionless and all, but there's a different way, matured way of dealing, and that comes by way of forming habit. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, all of you. See you all tomorrow. Any doubts are there? Promise that you all will take a print of those 24 pages, because जैसे मैंने अभी एक concept बताया, 194C, उसका question, 194IB, उसका question, bank of interest, उसका question. So this is the way we are going to do the most important sections in TDS tomorrow. That is 194NOPQ, that series, right? Tomorrow I might extend little class. अच्छे से breakfast करके आओ, नाश्ता करके आओ. Bye bye. And do subscribe to the channel. YouTube is sending me the message that 77% of your viewers right now are non-subscribers, and I'm taking daily live class. I'm going to take special live class to discuss MTP2 paper, CMA inter ka MTP, and study material के some students suggested me and I really liked it. स्टडी मटेरियल के कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ इनकम के प्रॉब्लम भी करेंगे. अभी तो हम पास्ट एग्जाम के करेंगे इन दिस सारथी बैच. So you will get a notification only when you subscribe to channel, hit the bell icon, so that whenever I'm coming live for doubt clearing, for anything, you get notification. Till you get your degree, उसके बाद कर देना unsubscribe.